Hi, and welcome to Q2. My name is Quinn.
I'm Benji.
And this week we're going to do a recap of all the big technology stories affecting businesses for the week of July 15th.
Correct.
We're going to be talking about the Dell buyout vote getting delayed. We're going to talk about Intel, how are they doing, and then Microsoft's big reorg and some of their latest quarterly results.
Yeah, those are the three main topics in this tech industry. I mean, you hear a lot about Dell. What's going on with them?
Right, so they were supposed to have a vote yesterday, actually,
Right.
and that was to take the company private. They were trying to go private for about $24.4 billion. That's a lot of money, but a lot of the investors, or some of the investors, really felt that long term, that Dell was going to do pretty well. So the argument's really saying, hey, we need to go private so that we can turn this company around. And then the people against it, the naysayers, are saying, no, we can do it when you're still a public company.
Well, I mean, do you think there's more benefits to them going private than staying public?
Yeah, well, they would definitely benefit from less scrutiny. They would also get an influx of cash, and they would have to pay off the debt eventually, but they could take that cash and the cash from the PC shipments. They may take a revenue hit, reinvest that in some areas like mobile devices or software and services as part of their core strategy.
So
to really
get more
grow
into the emerging markets.
Yeah, really the growth markets. So they're 54% of their revenue right now is on PCs, desktops, and that's declining dramatically. So since last year, shipments have dropped 11% Q2 this year.
Lot.
Yeah, so that revenue is going away and the profit's going away.
Okay, well, I mean, do you think they'll succeed in going private? I mean, they have to buy the people out.
Right. So I think it's a matter of time. I think Dell's going to get it together and they're going to buy it out. I think it's going to be really hard for Carl Icahn to come in with his bid because it's going to be really contentious at that point. Even though they probably want him to execute the same strategy, I don't think Wall Street's really that forgiving. I think this is not going to be the best place to turn it around in the public eye. I think they will succeed, and I think it's the best way to do it.
All right. Well, do you like them going private? Do you see it being better for them as a company?
I do. I think it's going to be better for them. I think it'll be better for our customers, enterprise customers as well. So.
All right. Well, their brother in arms, Intel's not doing so well either.
Yeah, they're not. Probably for the same reasons, or some of the same reasons, right?
Right. I mean, like you said, PC shipments are down 11%, and Intel's a company who's heavily invested in the PC market.
Right, I can only imagine. I mean, they're big in PCs, they're big in servers, but they're
losing it in the mobile sector.
I don't even think they have any sort of footprint.
Well, they have a couple processors out there, but the main technology, the ARM technologies, lower cost, and higher quality. It's just giving them trouble.
Better suited for the mobiles. Yeah.
Right. They recently came out with their Q2 stats and things don't look good.
They don't?
No, profits are down 29%.
29%.
Right, that's a huge amount.
I think that it sounds like the writing's on the wall for kind of the PC division. It's going away, and people are trying to figure out how do I get around it? How do I reinvent my business?
Exactly. Well, Intel is trying to do that. They're creating a couple new processors. Haswell, which was one of their projects, and they're using the Atom processor, which they believe will change the face of the PC market. I mean, it's already going down. I mean, they want to turn it back up.
Right. It's really hard for big companies to abandon, some of their bread and butter or their legacy markets where they grew up.
Exactly. But, I mean, they believe that this new microprocessor will have the ability to increase efficiency.
Really?
Yeah. Be more power saving as well as cheaper cost. And if that's the case, they can produce something as good as, say, Apple's MacBook computers for half the price. That could change the face of the entire PC market.
Yeah, I think I would probably lean on the PCs. I know this combination Ultrabook is really being pushed hard by Microsoft and Dell and Intel, but I'm not sure. I guess only time will tell, right?
Right. I mean, this means for businesses, if this PC market continues to decline, that companies are going to have to start supporting other devices. I mean, people continue to bring in mobile devices, tablets, things like that, and
So, Microsoft, our third story for this week, they actually took almost $1 billion charge on their latest tablet.
Really?
So it was the Windows RT. It was running in ARM, but it just didn't do quite as well. With the Windows 8 being on it, people being probably a little confused.
Yeah, the Windows 8 didn't do as well as people expected it to do.
Yeah, and so they did announce their revenues went up 10%.
Okay, well that sounds good.
The profit they missed expectations. The service charge didn't help, and then on top of that, they also did this massive reorganization. They were having some top execs leave. They were trying to align more around. They're no longer a product company. They said they're a services company. So I think that's really going to be the core of them trying to turn around their PC unit because they make a lot of their money, their bread and butter is on the office productivity apps, which aren't on your mobile devices yet.
Right, well, let me ask you this. Do you think that it's a good idea for Microsoft, and do you think it'll benefit them to do this reorganization of the company?
I think they have to do something, right? I don't know if the reorg is the best way to do it, but maybe it is. They had to change something. So
Right.
I think they're trending in the right direction. They've obviously got their Azure cloud offering, which has SaaS, around Office 365, their platform as a service. They have a
Right.
huge developer community, and then their infrastructure as a service as well is doing pretty well. And so I think because of their footprint in the enterprise, that's going to do well.
I can see that doing well.
Their biggest challenge is going to be letting go of their legacy software, that
right.
licensing and converting to a subscription model, and a big part of that's going to be mobile devices, because even if they do that, but then they don't have a footprint of a large community of Microsoft-powered mobile devices,
Right.
they're probably not going to be using as much Microsoft software.
Right. Well,
It's a big deal. So
I mean, I think these three businesses are trying to recap and reevaluate themselves with the decline of the PC market. And last question, Quinn, I got to ask, do you see any bright light in their future?
Well, it's hard to say. I do think that Microsoft's going to be doing pretty well. I think they're moving in the right direction. Intel, I wouldn't count them out. They constantly
Right.
innovate. I think their chips are having some good benchmarks. They have some big challenges ahead of them. I think Dell has one of the biggest challenges because Microsoft and Intel are developing software services and actual new products.
Okay.
Dell is combining that and repackaging it, and I think it's harder to innovate in that area. So.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us this week on Quinn's Corner. We hope you learned a little bit and join us next time.
See you then.